All right, welcome back. Going to continue our Factorio tutorial. This is Tuplex here. Last time we got our red circuits up and going. We expanded our power. In between that episode and this one, I was taking a look around the base and realized that our copper production was kind of low. And that's because we're still only using 8 mining drills on this copper line. And we should have added more when we upgraded to steel furnace. So during the break, I added more mining drills to our copper so that we can keep this line full of ore and get the most copper that we can. Also during the break, I have gone ahead and made some additional furnaces so we can add more copper lines shortly. But for now, the first thing I'd like to do is get battery production going, so that we can start making blue science packs. So let's do that. Now for batteries, actually we don't need these belts, so let me pick these up while we're at it. Okay, so batteries require iron plates, copper plates, and sulfuric acid. Okay, so the first thing that we'll have to do is start to produce some sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid requires sulfur and iron, and the sulfur itself requires water and petroleum gas. So we've got plenty of petroleum gas. We do need to bring over some water, however. So let's get that started. I'm going to grab some pipes. We'll make ourselves an underground pump, and let's grab some more iron plate, and I'll start making a bunch of underground pipes. Okay, got 50 of those queued up. That should be enough. I think this is the closest body of water. We could check our map. If you don't want to see this pollution cloud, you can press the Alt key, and that'll clear it out. So our oil is up here, petroleum's up there, and yeah, this is the closest body of water. So we'll pull our water away from that. Okay, so let's place our underground pump. We'll put it, let's say here. And this is where this second tool belt comes in. I'm going to set hotkeys for straight pipe and underground pipe. And if I press X, that's now my active hotbar. So that'll make it easier for me to switch back and forth between these types of pipes as I need to. And I'm going to run this water line along our third bus here. Now remember, we have this line for copper, or I'm sorry, for coal. So we'll run it right underneath that coal line. Okay, so let's send this water over. Now, I have heard that Factorio is... Oh, I screwed it up. I need to go one lower. My mistake. But I don't know if I can get across these mining drills with an underground pipe. Let's see. Nope. So I think I will leave it there, and then we'll just shift it over once we get over there. In any case, what I was saying is that Factorio supposedly has a change planned. Bear with me a second. It's hard for me to think, talk, and play at the same time. They have a change planned where you should be able to drag underground pipes and have them connect automatically at maximum distance, versus what we have to do now, which is kind of move each one manually. So that'll be a nice improvement if and when that takes place. Okay, so I think I'll just run the water up here. And we'll be able to use this water for the advanced oil processing later on once we get to that stage as well. So that'll be helpful. Okay. All right, so there is our water supply. Now for the sulfuric acid, again, each one takes 5 sulfur. That's 5 sulfur a second. Sulfur is produced 2 per second. So if we need 5 per second, we're going to need 3 producing sulfur and 1 producing acid, right? In our chemical plants. But the chemical plants, yeah, their crafting speed 1.25, so they're a little bit faster than 1 second. What I'm going to do though is we don't necessarily need this to run at maximum speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set up 2 plants making sulfur and 1 making the sulfuric acid. Okay. And that'll be enough. That'll be enough throughput for us. So that one will be sulfuric acid. That one will be sulfur, and that one will be sulfur. So we can see that all 3 of those require water. So I will connect the water to each of those using our underground pipes. Okay, and then we also need petroleum on the sulfur. And then what we'll do is we'll insert the sulfur directly in, and we also need to get some iron plate there. But one thing at a time, let's get our power connected. Let's get a couple of lights, and let's get petroleum gas brought down. And what I'll do is I'll just bring it down from up here and then feed that in. Okay. There we go. There we go. And then like that. Okay, good. So now we're almost making sulfuric acid. We also need iron plate. So let's get a line of iron plate brought up. 1 per second will be fast enough. So we can use a yellow inserter. Get an underground belt. Splitter. Okay, and we're making sulfuric acid. And we can see that starting to fill up the tank. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so you can see that between every couple of cycles it's got a little pause while it waits for sulfur. But that's okay. Or actually, maybe it's waiting for water. Let me put a fast inserter there for the iron and see what it does. There we go. I guess that inserter was too slow. Oh, I know why. Yeah, it's because the crafting speed on the chemical plant is 1.25. So even though it says that it's 1 second, it's 1 second divided by 1.25. So it's actually, what is that, like 0.8 seconds or something to make 5 sulfuric acid. So it actually needs 1 steel plate less than every second. And as I mentioned before, the yellow inserter can do 1 part a second. So that's why it was not quite keeping up. But with the fast inserter, we're doing good. Okay. Grab some more iron here. Okay, now let's see what we need for batteries. Okay. Batteries require 1 iron, 1 copper, and 2 sulfuric acid. And I want 4 chemical plants making batteries. So let's go ahead and get that set up. Now we already have iron. We could probably take advantage of that and put the battery production over here somewhere. That way we won't have to go too far with our sulfuric acid. And for the blue, we need battery, red circuit, smart inserters, and steel plates. Let me see here. Yeah, that's fine. We'll set it up right here. We're going to need the sulfuric acid for some other things as well, so I am going to make sure that we leave enough space to pull off a line of sulfuric acid to go elsewhere in our factory. But for now, we can set up our battery production. Let's set it up over here. And if I send it down this way, let me move it up a little bit so that we have room to get our pipes in. Yep. Okay. Let's see if this will all fit. Okay. Now it's hard to see because this power pole is here, but there is a connection right there. And we also need copper and iron. So I'm going to want to bring this in from the side. Okay, I've got plenty more of those. I do need more straight pipes though. So let's go grab some more straight pipes. And then I'll show you how we can hook this up and still have room to belt in iron and copper. No, that's going to interfere with this pipe. So let me bring that out a little bit farther. This is a tight squeeze, isn't it? Let me see here. I think that'll be okay. If we do it here, yeah. You know, let's just do this with, we'll just do this with straight pipes. Sorry about that, guys. I'm kind of figuring this out as I go in this case. But that's what's fun about Factorio. It's problem solving, and you gotta figure these puzzles out. That's what makes it interesting to play over and over again. Okay. All right, that's good. Okay, and then we can bring the iron and copper up this way. I'm just going to combine those both on the same belt. Crafting time is 5, so we can use yellow inserters. There. All right. So now we just need to have iron and copper placed on the same belt. Here we already have some iron available, so we will take advantage of that. Side load it there, and then we'll do the same for copper, side loading that is. Yep, that was right. Put a splitter there. And then we'll bring our output down this way. Hook up the power. And we should be getting batteries. And indeed we are. Okay, excellent. Now, like I said, I wanted to use some of those batteries to make some laser turrets. Each one requires 12 batteries. So our first batch of batteries is going to go towards doing that. Got enough to make one, so I'll start to make one right now. Okay, Now, while we're waiting for some batteries to get accumulated, and speaking of accumulation, I'm just going to set myself up with an inserter and a chest. There we go. We're going to start putting the belts together for our blue science packs. Okay. So, as I mentioned before, blue science packs take batteries, red circuits, smart inserters, and steel plates. Okay, so we're going to feed those with 2 lines, 2 belts. Each belt will have 2 ingredients. Now, since we have batteries over here already, what I'd like to do is put some steel on the same belt as our batteries. Let's see how many turrets we can make now. That's enough for 3. And 4. I want to have 5 in total. That should be enough. Okay. And I'm also going to make some repair packs to repair those turrets as the aliens attack them, which they certainly will. They don't like being attacked for some reason. Okay, so I'll just make a gap here. Let's stop all this. I need to pick up some circuits. I don't want to wait for all that to get done, especially when I need underground belts. All right. Okay, and then we'll bring steel up from down here. Okay, so this will put steel and batteries on one belt, and then we'll need another belt with red circuits and smart inserters. And then we'll be good to go. All right, let me pick up some green circuits so we can get those turrets finished. There we go. Okay. Now, smart inserters are a little tricky. To make smart inserters, you need green circuits and fast inserters. To make fast inserters, you need green circuits, iron plates, and yellow inserters. To make yellow inserters, you need iron plates, gears, and green circuits. So let's see if I can remember how I normally do this. I think we just need 4. This one is going to make gears. This one is going to make yellow. This one's going to make blue. And this one is going to make green. And as soon as I have some inserters, we'll be in good shape. Now, these guys need iron. This last one does not need iron, but they all need circuits. So we'll run green circuits up here. And if I can make it fit, I need to get a little creative here. I want to run iron up here. There we go. Extend our bus over a little bit. Okay. So let's set up power. Need some more power poles. Okay, so these gears require iron. Iron, I said. So let's use a long inserter. Those all require iron, for which we'll use long inserters. We'll insert the gears there. That one needs a circuit. This one needs a circuit. That one needs a circuit. And I think we should be in good shape. There we go. Okay. So this guy's, let's put another couple of inserters there so we can get our gears fast enough. Okay, so this guy makes gears. Those go to here. He makes yellow inserters, passes it to here. He makes blue inserters, passes it to here. And this guy makes green inserters. Which come out there. Great. And then we just need some red circuits to add to that belt. So let's get that set up. I've got a big mess down here, so that's going to be something of a challenge. We need to figure out a way to get our red circuits up there. I kind of want to do it here, or I could split off here. Yeah, I'm going to split off here before it even gets to the bus. There we go. Okay, great. So we've got everything that we need to make blue science. Let's just make it now. I want to see if I have enough room over here to put the factories. Like I said, we're going to need 2 lines in and 1 line out. No, there's not quite enough room there. So what we'll do is bring these lines up. Let's go grab more belt. And I'm going to put the blue circuit production across the top here. And then we're going to send it over to the left to where our laboratories are. So let me grab some more belts and we will do that. I think we need some more inserters as well, so let's get some more inserters. I'd like to double the number of labs we have running as well. So we'll do that after we get our blue science going. Gonna need more iron. Let's get some more circuits. So I need 1 more of those. Okay, now you may recall that when we set up our initial science, we set these up so that we were getting 1 science pack per second. So we want to do the same with the blue. We want to have 1 blue science pack per second. Now you can see that these take 12 seconds each. So that means that we're going to need 12 assembly machines making blue science. So that's how we're going to set that up. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, that all fits rather neatly there. We'll hook up power. Put in our recipe. And we'll finish running our belts. And I used to be able to do this in a straight line. I don't know what happened to me. Okay, so we'll run our belts over. And as we've done before, we're going to use 1 yellow inserter on each and 1 red inserter on each. And that'll feed what we need from both of these belts. Okay, and because we have a 12-second production time, 1 yellow inserter on the output is more than sufficient. Okay, and then now you can see why when I set this up before I had this belt running the other way. That's because we bring that down from the top instead of from the bottom. There we go. Blue science on the way. We need to put some more inserters here so that these are able to pull from both belts. So we'll do that now. There we go. And while we wait for that material to get over, I'm going to start crafting 10 more labs. Now we can see that our iron and copper belts are no longer completely compressed. That means that we're drawing quite a bit of material. So we're going to have to expand our smelting here pretty soon. Okay, so I've got 2, 3, I need 5 more, 6, 7. So let's go ahead and set up some additional labs while we're here. And start getting the inserters in place. Okay. Run this belt up. There we go. Okay. All right, productivity modules research. Let's do efficiency module next. Actually, I think I had research stopped this whole time. It finished when I was off screen preparing for this episode, and I forgot to get the next stage of research going. It's not good. Lost a little bit of time there. My apologies. Okay, now we just need some more red inserters and we should be good to go. All right. Oh, need one more lab. There we go. Okay. Now we've got 20 labs. Got blue science, we have red science, we have green science. And it looks like our bottleneck right now in our science production are these green inserters. Although these are all working. This one's not working, he's waiting. Yeah, some of these guys are waiting for green inserters. So let's go take a look and see what is holding it up. Okay. All right, so now we can start to do research that requires blue science. So let's decide what we're going to do next. We don't need that. Let's do advanced oil processing. That'll give us more petroleum. And I think basically our issue here is our green circuits are not keeping up. We need more green circuit production. And as I mentioned before, this is only 1/3 of the total output that we need for green circuits. So we're going to triple this. So we'll do that in our next episode. We can also see now that we're running low on iron, we're running low on copper. So the next episode, what we'll be doing is increasing our smelting operation first, and then we'll increase our green circuit capacity, and we'll continue moving forward. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.